Ready?
Okay. I'm just getting to the point where I am going to. I finished painting most of the body. I still have to paint the solar panels.
Right.
I haven't painted the base yet, and I'm getting to the point where I'm going to start gluing the pieces together. It's going to start actually looking like a TIE fighter.
Right, and we're going to have some seam filling on there, which means you're going to have to learn how to repair paint after you've done seam filling.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
All right.
That will be fun. The other two are not here yet. They're coming in about an hour. And I am working on the Gremlin. There's the box right there. Let me show you guys where I'm at with Mr. Gremlin. You can see I've almost put the tires on. The back tires aren't on it yet. You can see the front tires are on it. I've got most of the interior done right now. Most of the engine's done. I have some touch-up painting to do. I got to paint around here because you'll see that. The underside's pretty close to done. The exhaust pipes didn't go on straight, and I am not going to repair that right now. I'm just going to finish it because it's close. BB is bringing in one of her helicopters. Okay? And Thunderpaws doesn't like the helicopter. All right, folks, I'm going to get going. I'm going to detail out what's going on with the Gremlin in a little bit. As you can see, I got the steering wheel in, and it's all chromed up and shiny, and the dash is done, and it says Gremlin over there. You can see all that. You can see the tires are going to look good on it. Other things I've done, let's turn the light on here, is these are just fine detail parts for the Gremlin, along with the solar panels for David's TIE fighters. Okay? And they're ready to be installed. So I'm going to go ahead and install them today and get a lot of the parts done on the Gremlin. The underside of the hood is done. I haven't done the upper side. I'm going to do that today. Well, I'm not finishing it today. I'm going to clean it up today and get it ready for paint and primer it. All right, back in the wall. David here is about to glue the two halves of his TIE fighter together. He's put the glue on. He's going to put the two parts together. That drawer right there has clamps. As soon as you put the two parts together, you need to clamp that thing really hard.
Okay.
Oh, you just closed it.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, this drawer right there is just full of different kinds of clamps.
All right.
And don't worry about messing up your paint. We can repaint it. Okay. Paint can be fixed. You want to clamp that tight so that you don't have any holes in your seams.
All right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And while he's playing with that, I put the exhaust pipes on. Now, I'm going to be honest with all of you. This model is not going to be perfect. It's got a lot of flaws. This is not something I'm going to be taking to a model show. Okay? Part of it's inherent in the kit itself. Part of it's me not taking my time. I didn't take the time to see that these were lined up correctly. And they're not. So these two exhaust pipes aren't lined up correctly on the side of the car. Alright? And you can see it. They're not. You can see glue marks. I'm not too worried about it. You can see that the exhaust pipes stick down below the tires. That's the model kit itself. That's nothing I have done. Okay? Nothing I can do about that. Those exhaust pipes stick down that far. Put on the engine properly. That's a flaw in the model kit. That is not a flaw in something I've done. It's a flaw I could fix. I just decided not to. Alright? And I'm not trying to fix any of this. Alright, he's clamping. Now, look at the seams on that. Can you see the seams? Yeah, like, look at the gap you're getting in here. I don't know if that gap... I think that gap's supposed to be there.
Yeah, it's intentional, I think.
Okay, let's look it around. Let's turn it around and look. It looks like you're doing okay.
Okay.
Looks like you may not even have seams to deal with.
Yeah, they're not that bad.
No, I've heard the two TIE fighters from AMT were like their best models they ever made.
Oh, really?
For Star Wars, yeah. Huh. Yeah, you're seeing a good model.
Oh, good.
Let me get you a superstar. Let me get you the Star Destroyer from AMT or MPC and let you play with that, or the Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon kit's pretty bad. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to quit filming and get to work. I'm going to put these on. All right, David glued the glass into the frames, and what's one of the nice things about this kit is the glass is separate from the frame. Okay, the Darth Vader kit by AMT, MPC, whoever it is, doesn't do that, so you have to paint it. Yeah. Mask and paint it.
Okay.
All right? He used this stuff to glue it on with. You can see a little of the glue if you look, but that's okay because it's going to dry clear. This says crystal clear for a reason. I've used it to make windows in models.
Wow.
Yeah. it dries as clear as glass. It's very close to the same thing as Elmer's glue. It's a little stronger, and it dries a little clearer. So he's got those done. You can see the glue on them, and again, you won't see the glue tomorrow in an hour. He's got the two balls glued together now, and you just got to let them sit a little bit and patch up any glue marks he has. And then you can put the rest of these parts on. He's about ready to start working on that base. In fact, I think you probably should start working on that base while we let everything dry.
Probably.
Because that base is going to take you a long time to glue. I mean, to paint.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and show everyone the base. I don't know if we put that on film or not. I think we did. This is one of the happy thoughts of this model kit, is that base. That is a very, very nice base for this model kit.
It has a nameplate
that he's been working on.
Glue right on there.
Yeah. So he's got plenty of work to do yet. Don't worry, he's flying through these TIE fighters, but that base is going to take him some time. And I need to teach him about shading when he's painting with the airbrush and getting his paint mixture right and doing paint right. Because he's over there using the airbrush, but I didn't give him much instruction. I just said, here, go. So I got to give him some instruction on that and how to clean it. We're going to put how to clean it on here today. All right, David wants to remove this big part from his base. And the way I would do it is this attachment point here. I wouldn't cut it flush to the base. I probably would have cut it up here where it attaches to the sprue and then slowly sawed it off.
Okay.
Because it leaves these kind of divots right here.
Yeah.
Okay? And those divots are hard to get rid of and look good. So he's got a lot of sanding to do. I gave him some sandpaper. That's 220 grit. It's expensive sandpaper. Well, relatively expensive. I went and bought it at Lowe's instead of buying it at the dollar store. Because the dollar store sandpaper just doesn't hold up. That sandpaper is going to work. So I tear off a little piece and sand.
Okay.
Okay? And it's 220 grit, so be careful. You're going to remove plastic quickly with it.
All right.
It's not like 600 or 700 grit. That's because you got a lot of stuff to do. So I give you the high grit. All right, I got a couple of things to warn you guys about. This part right here, it pulls out of the center frame. I'll show you on the second arm. I thought you're supposed to cut and remove it, so I cut and remove it, and it left a stub inside the frame that I had to pull out later because this part here goes inside the hole left by that part. So pull it, don't cut it. Follow what the arrow says. I just got anxious. From right here, the directions get really hard to follow. It's, I don't know what it is, but the orientation of the parts and stuff is giving me a lot of trouble. I've done step 4. I'm working on the second part of 4, and these 3 parts interlock pretty hard. So be very, I don't have them together yet because I test fitted. You can test fit these 2 parts on the outside, and then you'll see how that part just doesn't. It's the one that holds everything together. It's the key part. But you kind of have to put this part in there and then get it to click over this and then put that part in. And it's a tight fit. So just be careful with those parts right there. Just advanced warning. All right? I'll be back in a bit. Want to say something to the people on YouTube?
Yes?
What? Say it. Say it. BB with the kitty cat helmet.
Wait.
Riding a skateboard.
Wait.
It's recording. Say what you want.
Mustache day!
Mustache day? Oh, you got something. Tell everyone what you did.
Yes.
What'd you do?
I put a mustache on you.
She put a mustache on the camera. Here it is. See it? I don't even know where she got it from.
From Ruben's house.
Ah.
Not that way, the other way.
Okay. Don't put it on the camera, okay, BB? My leg gets a mustache. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. I'm wondering if the airplanes come back over again. We just got buzzed by a B-17 and 2 P-51 Mustangs.
Do you want to see how I roller skate?
Sure, go. I get a hold of the Cheez-Its. I get the special prize. She's off. All right, we're going to wait till she comes back and we'll start recording again. Okay, she's coming back down the hill. And there's a mailbox in the way, but that's okay. Uh-oh. She found something she wanted to pick up. That's what that was. Now, one thing, everyone, this is a real heavy video camera. So keeping it steady that far away is pretty hard to do. And here she comes. And you're back. How was your trip?
Good. And
Did you see any dwarfs?
No.
Any dragons?
No.
So it was boring.
Look.
What'd you find? You found a hair thingy and an airsoft pellet. It's an airsoft pellet, BB.
It's yellow.
Mm-hmm. It's for an airsoft gun. And we are not putting that in your hair. No. We'll put it like that, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to turn the camera off.